questions are more important. Students have also asked several questions for you, which is in the chat. We will start addressing them after everybody's talk. Thank you, sir. So our next speaker is Dr. R. Sivaraman, who is an associate professor at DG Vaishnav College, Chennai. He is known to me as an INSA Teacher Awardee. That time I was receiving my INSA Young Scientist Award. INSA Teacher Award is a prestigious award conferred to inspiring teachers by the Indian National Science Academy, New Delhi. Dr. Sivaraman has also been conferred with the National Award for popularizing mathematics among masses in 2016 by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He has also received 2 state government Best Science Book Awards in 2011 and 2012. In research, Dr. Sivaraman has published more than 30 research papers and he is serving the editorial board of more than 10 journals. He was also a member of Textbook Writing Committee, Tamil Nadu School Education Department, for preparing revised mathematics textbook for 11th class and chairperson for 10th class. He routinely writes articles and provides puzzles in famous newspapers like the New Indian Express, Times of India, The Hindu, Tamil Hindu, Dinamalar, Pattam newspaper, etc. He has also contributed several articles about mathematics in monthly magazines like Ariviyal Oli, Chennai Report, Arumbu, and continue to contribute more. He is currently an editor of the journal Junior Mathematician, a quarterly journal for school students published by AMTI. For the past 20 years, he teaches the most deserving and economically backward students, and several of them had now made their life and they are living better because of his help. In view of spreading mathematics among everyone, he has initiated an exclusive charitable trust called Pi Mathematics Association. So, Dr. Sivaraman, please.
Hello, good morning to all. Hello.
Yes, sir, it's audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah. At the beginning, I confer my thanks to Muthamilarasan, who was my good friend right from the time I met him at the INSA Award ceremony. I also thank Science City as well as INYAS for giving this wonderful opportunity to me to talk before you. I'm very new to this kind of online platform. I usually teach only direct way. So I was a little bit hesitant when Muthamilarasan was asking me, but we should have probably come to terms with all these new technologies. Probably these are the things that we must probably do in future also. So I took this as an opportunity here. I'm not going to give you any slides or something because it is always difficult to speak in the back end before good speakers speak before you, because they give all necessary information and you are left with no choice, just to say whatever you know. I remember this when I saw the agenda, so I thought it's better that not to prepare any slides. So, but to my experience, being popularization as what my profile said, I am a professor where I always try to motivate and encourage students, not just to pursue research, but to enjoy mathematics in basic level. See, the first step for any student or any teacher is to get enjoyment and get passionate about doing mathematics. Once you get that passion, you become a good teacher, you become a good researcher, you become a good scientist, you become whatever you want. I mean, unless you pursue that basic interest and capacity within you, you can't become anything that you want to. Regarding so many courses offered in national level institute that people were talking about, I'm basically concerned with people who are very downtrodden. See, we have students in many colleges. I've been to very basic schools and colleges where people don't even know very basic things. They don't know even what is a real number. If that being the case, what kind of research that you talk about to pursuing in IITs or national level institutes? That's the biggest problem that we are facing now. So my humble suggestion and advice to students is to, before writing any exam, first come to terms with knowing basic things. As this previous speaker told you, Sugma told you, understanding basic things is first thing. The next thing is to enjoy things. I mean, try to read more books. The reading books is very much lacking now. Books, I'm saying that, see, there are many good math books that you have in literature, but unfortunately, those mathematics books cannot convey the real meaning that students need to know. So there are many good books like Martin Gardner book, Ian Stewart has written so many wonderful books. I would advise calculus books by Stephen Strogatz, who has written wonderfully well. He is a very good mathematician at US. So there are many good books offered by many authors international level. Even our association has published so many good books both in English and Tamil. So these books will offer you the idea of how mathematics will behave in a different way, in the sense that it gives you the real meaning behind whatever equation. Because according to me, each equation conveys uh, ample number of meaning behind it. There are so much of ideas that you can create behind each equation. In that sense, I feel that here this is where people were lacking. See, I can give at least a dozen examples of applying a quadratic equation, simple quadratic equation, which is learned in 10th class. But unfortunately, not many knew about even one or two of this. This is where we lack. And if you know this perspective, if you know the, and people used to ask me, how do you enjoy mathematics? You are saying that you should enjoy mathematics. One case of enjoying mathematics is to see it visually. There are so many softwares available now, like MATLAB, Maple, and Mathematica. There are so many softwares available, even free softwares are available, for which you have limited period offer to use it. And you can draw pictures, you can construct your curves, surfaces, and all those things. The moment you do that, you see equations coming into play before your own eyes. See, in mathematics, there are two branches, like pure mathematics and applied mathematics. The most part of research, current research, done in applied mathematics. Of course, it's up to students' wish that if you want to be a good researcher, you can either take one of this. See, most often, any idea in pure mathematics will be used in applied mathematics, according to me. And therefore, either you do pure mathematics or applied mathematics, it's up to you, to the student, to decide upon it. But all you have to do is choose the right institute, choose the right guide, and mainly focus on your interest. Supposing if you're very good at numbers right from engage, you choose number theory. If you're very good at doing problems, you choose either discrete mathematics or some logic idea, and then go for formal logic and all those things. And if you're very sound in problem solving, you can go for differential equation or calculus or something. So there are different ample number of opportunities that you have, especially in applied mathematics. Recent research were focused on areas like graph theory, fuzzy logic, and discrete mathematics. So many ideas were poured in, and lots of unsolved problems were getting proved. After Ramanujan's demise nearly 100 years ago, most of the ideas that previous mathematicians did were used very extensively to prove many unsolved problems in the recent past time. Uh, Kepler's conjecture, for example, was proved in the 1998 by Thomas Hales, which was a very big breakthrough. Fermat's last theorem was proved in 1995. But leave away all these great achievements. As a small student studying in a government school or in a very remote college, how do you want to pursue? Though there are many lists of universities and colleges offering all those courses, there are so many scholarships provided. I want to just highlight one or two things. Those who pursue BSc can write TANCET exam, Tamil Nadu Common Entrance Test, for pursuing MBA and MCA courses. So those who want to switch over to computer science courses can do this. It's a very good entrance exam. It's an online exam. And for MSc Mathematics, you can, of course, as the previous speaker spoke, you can write JAM exam. I passed my JAM exam. It was not called JAM in those times. It was very long ago. So you can write that exam and clear and join any IIT or NIT. And then after you pursue your MSc, after plus you plus two, there were integrated MSc and PhD programs. Importantly, it was offered by TAF for Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, IMSc, Institute of Mathematical Sciences, HRI, Harishchandra Research Institute, where all these entrance exams were conducted by NBH, National Board of Higher Mathematics, followed by, after clearing that exam, you will be put into an interview. Only if you clear the interview, you will be taken into the courses. It offers you 7 years of course. After MSc, students can, of course, write NET exam as well as they can write GATE exam. Now, for NET exam, most often students come to me and ask what could be the possible way of clearing NET exam, because many students from local colleges like usual arts and science college even don't have the access to know what is NET exam. Only after they go for final year, they come to know what is a NET exam. I think this kind of awareness should be there, and this program will help in that way for students to actually know what is available before them. Now, To clear net exam, the problem comes in the way that in colleges we teach only theorems in theoretical way. We always do theorems in theoretical way. But in net exams or gate exam, you often get problems working procedure. I mean, you don't take any theoretical proof, but you have to work the theory. Now, how to create working theorem? There are many good books available for this, and you can probably choose some of them and then work out many problems. Like linear algebra, for example, there are many problems in real analysis. There are many problems in complex analysis. But unfortunately, the theorems that you learn or we teach in the class will not be conveyed through problems. I think it's high time that universities should design a course, separate course for problem solving paper. Because whatever we teach is only theoretical. In mathematics, this is a big problem. Unlike physics and chemistry, where you go to labs and do some kind of experiments in laboratories and see for yourself before you rise. In mathematics, unfortunately, as a joke, I would say that you can't even see the real number. Though the name say it is real, it is not real because you can't see irrational numbers. So these are the problems that we face as math teachers. Now the point here, the whole point lies in conveying the real beauty and applications of mathematics. Once a student applied the ideas that he or she learns, he comes to enjoy mathematics. So there are different ways of enjoying mathematics. One is to apply the mathematics, one is to see visually what happens and understand the basic meaning of whatever they write, the equation that they prove. So if you are practicing this way, I think over a period of time you develop your own ideas in your mind. I have, to my credit, apart from whatever achievements that I had made, awards that I had obtained, I'm very proud to say that I had lifted many downtrodden students who doesn't have even uh, money to take their foods properly. Uh, they have done their research now, and many of them were posted as good teachers in various institutions like very good colleges and universities. So they are in touch with me, and those students are the one who is helping me in running the Spy Mathematics Association. So I'm very proud to say that apart from all these academic achievements, this kind of propagation of mathematics has brought me very good students and scholars to help me in doing for future also. I can say that echoing Galileo's view that mathematics is language of universe. So once you are good in mathematics, you can do wonders. This is what I feel strictly. And those who want to know about all these basic aspects of mathematics, doing problems and getting used to uh, uh, cracking all this exam, you need to practice vigorously. What most students do is just look into the pages of some books, they do one or two things and then they go and write the exam. This is not the way, and if you do this you can't clear any entrance exam, let it be net or gate or set or whatever it is, you can't clear. The idea is to work toil hard. See, Ramanujan, even being a genius, he worked very hard, day and night he worked, and only then he could churn out more and more formulas. Hard work is the first thing that any researcher should possess, whatever subject he or she does. So if the current generation students are willing to have this hard work content with them, I think they can develop as a good researcher wherever they do. And see, for those who join through JRF, valid JRF score, they are offered scholarship. And if you go to SRF, Senior Research Fellowship, you'll be given 50 to 60,000 rupees. The scholarships amounts will range from 10k to 60k, 10,000 to 60,000 rupees. So you may not have to bother financially once you are good at your math. So mathematics modeling is another area where you can pursue research. In recent times, even this we are handling COVID-19 problem. If you are very good at mathematical modeling, you could come out with a model mathematically to prevent this kind of virus infections and whatever that you talk about. The one thing good about mathematics is it covers everything. Like whatever you want to, you can model mathematically, historically even. You can model mathematically anything that you want to. Even an art can be mathematically modeled. And of blood vessels, functioning of all kind of nature. So you see, mathematical modeling is an essential aspect in our understanding our universe. This is why people like Euclid as well as Galileo said that mathematics is language of God, mathematics is language of the universe, and whatever you wish to say. Now, in this aspect, I would advise all my students to just think about mathematics in a very different perspective. Don't see them as a subject doing theorems after theorem. Just try with doing problems. Just apply your mind and consult your peers like consult your good teachers. There are many teachers and professors who can help you in doing this. There are the best companion, of course, is a good book. So if you, mail me, I can offer you so many ideas, but because of the want of time, I'm not going to take more time. So I advise Muthamilarasan for any mathematics interested student belonging to very basic level. They can consult me through mail or through my phone if you can give them. I can advise them and guide them to whatever best possible way. See, the last thing that I want to tell you is mathematics is a subject where you can really become a good professional. If you are very good at math, your whole character would become changed, because mathematics is not just a subject of truth, it is a subject of logic, subject of almost everything that you want to be a good person. And I would always remember Ramanujan for his very great life. So there, you study about great mathematicians, great scientists, from which you get more inspiration. நீங்க நிறைய படிக்க படிக்க பெரிய மேதைகளுடைய இதெல்லாம் நீங்க படிச்சீங்கன்னா அவங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கைகளின் சாதனைகள் மட்டும் இல்லாம அவங்களுடைய எவ்வளவு கஷ்டப்பட்டிருக்காங்க. I heard that Newton took 18 months to compile his Mathematica Principia, the greatest scientific work of all times. Now, you remember, Newton never spoke to anyone during this time of 18 months, which is nearly 1.5 years. அந்த 1.5 வருஷத்துல அவர் யாரையும் பார்க்கல, எங்கேயும் போகல, எதுவுமே பண்ணல. இதெல்லாம் எப்படி தெரியும்? ஹிஸ்டரி புக்ஸ் நிறைய படிக்கணும். I am proud to have nearly 3,000 books with me. All those 3,000 books are about mathematics, but not course mathematics. It is mathematics books conveying the real beauty, the application, the history behind that, and meaning of whatever we want to know. So this kind of books will certainly help you to become a good researcher, good human being overall. I thank Muthamilarasan for giving this chance. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Your talk was very much informative, sir. I would recommend the students to visit the website or Facebook page of this Pi Mathematical Association to get in touch with.
You can even mail me. You can give my mail ID personally.
Yeah, definitely, sir. Thank you. Thank you. So our next speaker is Dr. Ramanathan. First, I have to unmute him. Yeah, our next speaker is Dr. Ramanathan from Department of Chemistry, IIT BHU, Varanasi. He is an assistant professor at IIT BHU. He is a physical chemist trained in laser spectroscopy, Raman spectroscopy and imaging, computational chemistry. He is PhD from IIT Kanpur and postdoc from South Korea, Switzerland, and Germany. His current research is focused on surface enhanced Raman scattering and applied Raman imaging in biology and medicine. He has interest in history of science in ancient and medieval India and theoretical aspect of Carnatic classical music. He is a Fulbright scholar and he served as a